pretty much fresh off the press here, coming off an 86-67 win over Lemoyne. We've got Coach Sellers joining us to talk a little bit about his team as they get ready to take on Fairleigh Dickinson Saturday at 2 o'clock in the NEC semis. So, Coach, thanks so much for hopping on.
Thanks for having me, Jerry. How you doing?
Good, good. Excited to be talking with you. I know it's my favorite time of the year, and I'm sure probably for you too. And excited to see how your team's been playing of late. I figure I'll start with this one. I mean, your team comes into Saturday's game against Fairleigh Dickinson with the longest winning streak in the country at 13 games. What have you liked about your team, over this past month or so as they've been playing well and keep building this streak?
Our defense has been really good. Just a bunch of veteran guys, and they just they're getting better and better every day. Defensively, we can make changes on the fly. These guys can figure things out. If teams run something, they put a new play in that we haven't seen yet. These guys are so smart; they could sniff it out, and we can come up with something to figure it out. So. Defensively has really led us to the streak, and then it just makes our offense easier because we get in transition a lot.
Yeah, I remember when we spoke, it was kind of like at the midway point of NEC play here. You told me you were hoping to see your team be able to shoot it a little bit better from three. Last night, obviously, you guys go, what was it, 12 for 25, so
Yeah.
48% there. You starting to see this group be a little bit more confident from three and starting to make these shots?
I wouldn't say that. We're still like one of the bottom feeders in the NEC from 3-point land, but we're shooting 48% from the field as a team,
Hmm.
and it's because our spacing and our ball movement. We do a really good job spacing them out, moving the ball. Guys are unselfish, playing unselfish. So that's part has been really good. When we do shoot it well, we usually put up a pretty good number. The last time we played Lemoyne, we had 93 points. We made 11 threes in that game.
Yeah.
So if we make threes, then we're gonna put a big number up on the board.
Yeah. As you kind of move on from the kind of grind of just conference play, a couple games each week, and now you're into this tournament style where it's, one game and, win or go home. How does your team kind of translate, the mentality that you guys have had throughout the regular season into this kind of setting?
We as a group we talk about it all the time. So during the year we have 16 conference games. So we every game we started with the first. This is the first of 16 opportunities. The second of 16 opportunities, all the way to the end. And now with the conference tournament, the last night was the first of three opportunities. So, Saturday be our second of three opportunities. So we got to handle our business in each opportunity. So we've been kind of breaking it down like that and playing in the now and thinking in the now. And that's been really helping us a lot. You just think about now, this possession, this 4 minute segment, this half, and that's been helping us as a group.
Yeah, I'm just curious, coming from a league like the NEC, where it's whoever wins this conference tournament is going to be the team in the NCAA. No real room for at large bids here. How do you deal with some of the pressure that comes with playing in that setting, knowing that you are playing for your NCAA tournament lives here?
Yeah, we just talk about the now. Like today, we just got out the court today. We had a good practice today. We talk about getting better today and preparing for FDU, and then tomorrow we have another good practice. So we don't look like too far in the future. We don't look in the past. We just trying to concentrate on the now. And the more we think about the now, it'll handle the business for us as we go forward.
Yeah, like, I want to talk about one guy on your team in particular. He's been on the podcast before. Jordan Jones takes home Player of the Year for the league. He's been with you for a couple years now. What about his game? Do you like especially when it comes to having a guy like him, a veteran leader on this team for you?
Yeah, Jordan, if you go look at his numbers, especially league wide, he shot 55% from the field. He shot 45 from three. He was top five in the league in field goal percentage. He was number one in 3-point percentage. He's 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. He shot 80% from the free throw line. All of that is just because he works so hard every day. This semester, he's a fifth year guy, so
Yeah.
this semester he has one class. So I say, hey, you're like a pro. You might as well get in the gym and get extra shots. So every morning we meet and we shoot 30 minutes, me and him. and then he comes in to watch his film. So he's putting in the extra work, and he's getting payback from all the extra work he's doing. And then the other thing is he's just oblivious to, he has an even keel attitude. And what I mean by that is he'll come down and make a couple threes in a row, make a great offensive play, but he's still the same person. He'll turn it over and I'll get on him, and he's still the same person. So he doesn't get too high, too low, and I think that's really helped him become a good player.
I know another guy I want to bring up, and you focus so much and speak so highly of the defense that your team has. Abdul Momo, obviously, takes home Defensive Player of the Year in the league. Just for people who might be tuning into your team for maybe the first time come, conference tournament time and really start checking you out, talk a little bit about the impact he has, especially on that defensive side for you.
Yeah, abs are like a testament to college basketball. This is his fourth year here. We got him as when we first got here as a group, and when he came here, he had only been playing basketball 2 or 3 years, so he was new to the game, and so everything we did, is language wise, or when we talk about basketball jargon, everything was new to him. He had no idea on a lot of things. I used to always get on him about his awareness because at the game he was so new to the game. And 4 years later, he's a defensive player, the best defender in the league. It's amazing the work he put in, watching the film. Obviously, he's a great athlete, but he's super, super smart. So he picks things up so quickly. And, I think what made our defense one of the best defenses in the league is his ball screen coverage. He's a great anchor in the back. He can talk to everybody and tell everybody where they have to be, organizes us on defense. And, being a great athlete, quick twitch athlete helps him. And then just again, like I said before, he is really a smart player, 3.5 or whatever his GPA and off the court. And then on the court, he brings that on the court also. So I'm so happy for him because this is a guy, 4 years ago, his first possession, we scrimmaged Columbia. His first defensive possession of his career, he tore his a ligament in his foot and had to sit out the whole freshman year. And, to come from that to being defensive player of the year says a lot about Ab.
Looking to add some local flavor to your lineup? Martin Rosals is the MVP of your game day spread and a slam dunk for any occasion. Proudly made in hard-hit New Britain, their famous kielbasa and hot dogs have been a fan favorite for over 96 years. You can find their products in grocery stores across the state or have them delivered directly to your home court, coast to coast, via martinrosal.com. Take your taste buds to the championship and go support a UConn fan-owned business. I've been going through the guys who have gotten some awards and some accolades. I'd be remiss if I didn't congratulate you too on Coach of the Year. How's it feel to get that recognition?
I can take it either here nor there for me. It's our staff. We got a great staff. Ben Wood had been here for 4 years. He was a manager at UConn when I was there. He and his best friend, Mark Daignault. Mark Daignault's the head
Yeah.
coach of OKC Thunder. Those two guys are best friends, and they were super smart back in college at UConn. And you knew both of those guys are going to end up being really good coaches. Ben's a great coach. He runs our offense. And then Lenny Jefferson, a guy who I recruited when I was here, who played here, a point guard here. Lenny runs our defense. So those two guys have been like unbelievable guys I can lean on, talk to. They make calls on the fly. Lenny does it on the defensive end. Ben does it on the offensive end. And then Ryan Olander, who his brother Tyler played at UConn. Who I recruited Tyler at UConn. So Ryan's been great with our big guys. And Jeremy Brown was a student here. He's been a Central Connecticut guy, true and through forever. Is probably, in my opinion, one of the best analytic guys in the country.
Hmm.
I keep telling him all the time he should be an NBA guy because he brings so much to the table as far as numbers. So he's always giving us ideas of the way we should defend teams and how we can score on teams. I think he's one of the best. So that staff, we have a great staff. Like the staff we have is, I think, a high major staff. These
Yeah.
guys all should be like at a big time program somewhere. And I think it's going to happen eventually because all of these guys are really good. So the Coach of the Year award, honestly, is about the team, and our staff does a great job. So they deserve it more than anything.
Yeah. No, congrats all around there. I'm curious to just dive just a little bit in, especially in this tournament setting where you've got a bit of a quick turnaround. Obviously, you've played Fairleigh Dickinson before, but what are kind of like the next couple days of prep like for you as you get ready for this one?
Yeah, Fairleigh Dickinson is good, really good, well coached. Jack Castleberry does a good job. Terrence Brown could have easily been the player of the year, their guard. He's a 6'2" guard, super quick first step. The last time we played him here, he had 28 points on us. We had a tough time stopping him. He could really fill it up. He's a scoring point guard, so those guys, we're going to have to really pay attention to him. They run a 5-out offense, or 5-out motion offense, so there's a lot of movement and cuts. So you really have to be alert on the defensive end. So we're going to have to do a good job defending, seeing both the men and the ball. And they have a couple guys who can really stroke it too. So got to get out on shooters. So it's going to be a hard team to guard. Like I said, Coach Castleberry is a really good offensive team, and they have experience. This is a team that beat Purdue in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. So they still have some of that residue from that tournament run a few years ago. So this team is a really good team, and we're going to have our hands full on Saturday.
Yeah, you talk about them being a veteran group, but you've got a pretty veteran group yourself. How important is that come this time of year in March when you're playing these, win or go home games, especially from guys who played in, an NEC semi last year?
Oh yeah, big time. Like I think you heard Coach Patino said a couple of weeks ago about like the veteran guys, and
Yeah,
we have grown men. We got guys. Jordan Jones has had a birthday the other day. He was turned 23. So we have grown men who have been around, who've played in high level games. Jordan's been averaging 16 points a game since his couple years at Coker.
yeah,
So that when you're counted on to get 16 points every night, no matter what happens, you got to do it. That's a lot of pressure. So these guys are used to that pressure. That's why with the portal with us, we've been looking at Division II guys who have had some numbers in the past, because if you got to get 16 points a game for 30 nights a year,
yeah,
that's some pressure right there. We like that type of. We want guys who have that type of pressure to come in and be able to produce on a nightly basis. So that's why the portal has been really important for us, for older guys, because to answer your question about
yeah.
the pressure and the older guys, they really they help you. They've been through it before.
Yeah, I'll wrap with this one for you. I know it's exciting being the one seed. You get these games at home, so just give a quick plug to everyone out there watching or listening. About coming out to check out your team because it's a really exciting time.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you got a chance, you got to get out here. Our capacity, we hold I think 2,600 people here. Last night we had over 2,000. It was a great atmosphere last night. And again, like I said before, we really I think people will be impressed the way we move the ball, share the ball. It's fun to watch. Our league is a high tempo, up tempo league, so it's a really, really entertaining brand of basketball. And we'd love to have you guys come out, pack up the Dietrich Gymnasium,
Yeah.
and give us that 6 man.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I really appreciate it. I hope that the next time we're talking, maybe it's Wednesday morning and there's a new hat behind you on the mantle there. So
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
yeah,
Thanks, Jared.
best of luck to you and the team the rest of the way here.
Thank you.